Welcome back. In this episode of our epic series, ranking all 48 English counties, the journey that started at the bottom of the barrel in the West Midlands is now reaching its peak, revealing the finalists, numbers 12 down to 7. In this episode, we enter the Garden of England, explore the wild, empty soul of the North, and visit the county that might be the perfect English home county. The competition is unbelievably tough now. Let's begin.
Next is Royal Berkshire. It gets the royal prefix because it's home to Windsor Castle, and that regal, upscale feel permeates much of the county. This is a place of immense economic clout, a key part of the UK's Silicon Valley along the M4 corridor, and home to some of the nation's most famous events, like Royal Ascot. The vibe is a mix of ancient prestige and modern, corporate efficiency. You have the tourist-filled, historic splendor of Windsor on one side, and the bustling commercial hubs of Reading and Slough on the other. It's a wealthy, fast-paced, and incredibly well-connected county, but it can sometimes feel more like a collection of towns along a motorway than a single, cohesive place. Historic and beautiful Windsor is obviously the main draw. The villages along the Thames, like Pangbourne and Cookham, are idyllic. The market town of Newbury has a great quality of life and is surrounded by beautiful countryside. And the numbers? Median. Home price is at London level £440,000. Average rent range is steep £1,300 to £1,700. And median household income is extremely high, at around £46,000. Avoid Slough. It's unfair and mostly down to a certain TV show, but Slough has a national reputation as a grey, uninspiring concrete jungle. Parts of Reading, away from the centre, can also be quite gritty. It lacks a soul. What's the motto of Slough? At least we're not Swindon. Next, Hampshire is a powerhouse of a county. It's a place of immense variety, combining a deep maritime history with some of England's most beautiful countryside. The vibe is a mix of affluent commuter belt efficiency and rugged seafaring tradition. You've got the naval city of Portsmouth, the major port of Southampton, the ancient capital of Winchester, frequently named the best place to live in the UK, and for good reason. The villages in the New Forest, like Lyndhurst and Brockenhurst, are idyllic. For riverside living, Stockbridge in the Test Valley is fly fishing heaven. The countryside is proper Jane Austen territory, with chalk streams and leafy villages. And the numbers? Median home price is formidable, £375,000. Average rent is about £1,100 to £1,500, and median household income is very strong at £40,500. Avoid parts of the big cities, Southampton and Portsmouth, are gritty and have significant areas of urban deprivation. Some of the 1960s-era towns like Havant and Andover can feel a bit soulless and lack the charm found elsewhere. The major con is, as always, traffic and sprawl, combined with the major ports and motorways, means traffic is a constant, soul-destroying headache. But still, it's a county that feels prosperous, well-run, and well-connected. Breaking into the top 10, Kent is famously known as the Garden of England, and it's a title that's well-earned. It's a county of orchards, hop gardens, and beautiful rolling countryside, but it's so much more than that. It has the historic cathedral city of Canterbury, the iconic white cliffs of Dover, and a coastline dotted with trendy, revitalized seaside towns. Its vibe is complex. It's the gateway to Europe, a major commuter belt for London, and a traditional farming county all at once. In recent years, towns like Margate and Folkestone have developed a cool, arty scene, attracting Londoners and creatives. Canterbury is a medieval marvel. The spa town of Tunbridge Wells is elegant and affluent. For village life, you can't beat places like Goudhurst or Chilham. The coastal town of Deal has become a real foodie destination. And the numbers, median home price is around £365,000. Average rent is between £1,000 to £1,400. And median household income is a solid £38,500. And avoid the Medway towns, Chatham, Gillingham, and Rochester have a tough industrial reputation and struggle with social issues. Kent is pulled in so many different directions that it struggles to have one single identity. But the biggest, most undeniable negative is the traffic. The M25, M20, and M2 are not just motorways. They are often vast, linear car parks. The sheer volume of traffic heading to London, the ports, and the Channel Tunnel means that Kent is home to some of the most reliably awful traffic jams in the entire country. And what's the main difference between Kent and Yorkshire? In Kent, the roses are just flowers. Now for something completely different. Northumberland is the wild, empty soul of England. It's the northernmost county, bordering Scotland, and it's vast, sparsely populated, and breathtakingly beautiful. It has more castles than any other county, a stunning coastline of empty, white sand beaches, and the vast, starry skies of an official dark sky park. The vibe is one of epic history and rugged self-reliance. The people are famously friendly and down to earth, with a strong, proud identity. The market town of Hexham is a perfect base, regularly voted one of the happiest places to live in Britain. Corbridge is a beautiful Roman town. Along the coast, Bamberg with its epic castle, Alnmouth, and Warkworth are all stunning. And the numbers? Median home price is incredibly affordable, £195,000. You can find a place for £650 to £850 a month. And median household income is around £33,000. Okay, avoid some of the former coal mining towns in the southeast of the county, like Ashington and Blyth, have struggled economically since the pits closed. The only con is the remoteness. While the peace and quiet are a huge draw, the reality can be tough. It's a long way from any other major city. And did you know, why are Northumberland's castles so well preserved? Because for 500 years, their main planning policy was make sure it can survive a Scottish invasion on Tuesday. Okay, next, Suffolk is Norfolk's quieter, slightly more sophisticated younger sibling. It's a county of gentle, rolling countryside, picturesque wool towns, and a subtly beautiful coastline. This is the landscape that inspired the painter John Constable, and the vibe is calm, cultured, and very comfortable. It's not as remote as Norfolk, but it shares that feeling of being a world away from the rat race. The pace of life is slow, the towns are pretty and well-preserved, and the coastline is a mix of shingle beaches, estuaries, and charmingly old-fashioned seaside towns. Best spots? The seaside town of Southwold, with its pier, lighthouse, and colorful beach huts, is an absolute delight. Aldeburgh is famous for its arts festival, and fish and chips. Inland, the medieval towns of Lavenham and Long Melford are stunningly beautiful. Bury St. Edmunds is a fantastic and historic market town. And the numbers? Median home price is around £310,000. Average rent is typically £850 to £1,150. Median household income is a decent £35,500. Avoid the two largest towns, Ipswich and Lowestoft. They have areas with higher crime rates and social deprivation, and can feel a bit gritty in comparison to the idyllic countryside. The major con. It can be a bit too quiet. While peace is a major selling point, Suffolk can sometimes feel like it's been forgotten about. The infrastructure, particularly the A12 and A14 roads, can be poor, and the train services can feel slow and neglected. And how do you know you're in Suffolk? You overtake a tractor, and it feels like the most exciting thing that's happened all week. And taking the number 7 spot, we have Hertfordshire. If you were to ask an artist to create the perfect English home county, he would probably draw something that looks a lot like Hertfordshire. It's leafy, it's affluent, it has beautiful villages, historic cities, and it's an absolute dream for commuting into London. The vibe is one of comfortable, family-friendly prosperity. It's a place of excellent schools, low crime rates, and bustling market towns. It doesn't have the flashy reputation of Surrey or the royal prestige of Berkshire, but it offers an incredibly high standard of living to the beautiful rolling Chiltern Hills, the cathedral city of St. Albans is a major highlight, with its Roman history, great pubs, and vibrant market. Towns like Harpenden and Berkhamsted are famously affluent and have fantastic schools. Hitchin is another gem, with its historic town square. And the numbers. Median home price is formidable, £480,000. Average rent? You're looking at £1,400 to £1,900 a month, and median household income is very high, at around £44,000. The post-war new towns, like Stevenage and Hemel Hempstead, lack the historic charm of the rest of the county. They are very functional and offer more affordable housing, but many find their architecture and endless roundabouts to be soulless. The major con? It's a victim of its own success. The biggest con is the sheer, unadulterated expense of it all. The cost of housing is astronomical, and you are paying a massive premium for those quick train links to London. More like a very green, very expensive extension of North London. But still, it's a county that quietly gets everything right.
And that's our list of finalists. The major con for many of them, the sheer unadulterated expense. This is it. We have our top 6. In the final video, we will count them down and crown the #1 best county in England. What's your prediction for the winner? Write it down in the comments below and join me for the grand finale. You don't want to miss this.